Hello, gorgeous girl. Welcome back to my channel, and today is such a juicy one. We are diving into 10 items that stylish women would never wear, especially when traveling to Europe. So in case you're new here, hello, I'm Tracy. I'm 49 years old. Now, obviously, I am American, but as someone who has traveled, and I actually even lived and worked at a spa in Italy some years ago where I would spend like 2 months at a time, I really have the most of my experience with Italian and what Italian people wear. Now, obviously, there's gorgeous places all over Europe, so insert your favorite place here. So I wanted to start this conversation off with just saying this isn't just about like do this or don't do that and wear this or don't wear that. It's actually so much more than that, because this is even a conversation about your safety. You know, if you are screaming America and just looking like such an American in another country, you're really putting yourself more at risk for pickpocket or just like petty crime or getting, mugged or something like that. And nobody wants that. We want you to stay safe. So the best thing that you can do is kind of blend in and look like a local. All right, so let's start with the travel outfit. When you're going to the airport, stylish women do not wear those matching sweat sets that scream America. Now, I'm not saying that your matching sweat set isn't cute or adorable or even chic. It is, but it screams American. And so if you're going to Europe this summer, please just do not wear that as your airport outfit. You want, as soon as you get off the plane, to just start looking like everybody else and looking like a local. So I'm not saying that you should be uncomfortable, but here's the deal. I have flown several times from Miami to Rome, and you know what I wear? Jeans. Now, I know you're probably like, what? Did you say jeans? I'm not talking about Levi's 501s, which I love, and maybe I'd wear for like a 2-hour flight. But I have some jeans that have a good amount of stretch. I actually got them from H&M. I'll try to leave something really similar linked here, where they have enough stretch that they actually just feel like leggings. They're soft, they're comfortable, but they have a little bit more structure. So immediately you just look a little bit more put together. So this is one time at the airport that wearing leggings as pants in Europe is actually okay. If and only if you follow the stylish woman's rules, which are, if you're gonna be wearing like leggings, or even better, like those Spanx pants or something like that, which do look chic, look put together, and I know that they're super comfy and cozy, but you've got to put a blazer over them, just so you look a little bit more put together. So I don't care if you're wearing a t-shirt or a blouse like this with a collar, something like that, but put a blazer over it so that your entire is not sticking out. And let me tell you, I have seen some crazy stuff on planes. I will never forget one time I was flying by myself from Miami to New York, and there was, and I'm not exaggerating at all, a woman that showed up for her flight wearing a bathrobe, like straight up bathrobe. It was very scary, to say the least, and I definitely was like, I'm a little worried about the mental health of this woman. So definitely don't do that. But yes, you can find a pair of jeans, go through your wardrobe now and just see, do you have jeans that have some stretch that feel more like leggings? Do you have Spanx pants or a good pair of leggings, definitely in black? And then you could pair that with like a white t-shirt, throw over a blazer, some cute sneakers, and you are good to go. Talking about footwear, stylish women would never wear flip-flops or open-toed shoes to the airport. I mean, think about it. That's just straight up gross. But really, it is kind of gross. I mean, you might have to take off your shoes. I'm that person that even with pre-check or whatever, and I don't have to take off my shoes always ding. I don't know why, so then I always end up having to take off my shoes. And I've made that mistake before. You don't want to put your raw foot on that dirty, disgusting airport floor. Yuck. And truth be told, no one wants to see your toes. So what should you wear instead? Well, this is really simple. You can wear just a really chic sneaker. I'm gonna get more into detail of the kind of sneaker that I think is the most appropriate. You could wear a boot. I've done that a million times, where it's like, especially boots, you don't wanna pack them, so I'll just put on like a little ankle bootie or something like that with my jeans, which are stretchy, or even a slide. I've done that before, where it's just like something I can slide my foot in and out of, so it gives me that feel of like a slipper, but you actually look way more chic and way more put together. Now, with the slide, would you wear a sock? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would just, I don't know, maybe carry like a napkin to stand on if you have to walk through, or a pair of socks like in your pocket if you have to walk through security and like take off your shoes. But I just think you're gonna look more chic, more put together without the slide. So maybe that slide's a little risky, but if you wanna live on the edge, go for it. The next item a stylish woman would never wear when traveling to Europe, especially if you do not want to scream, "I'm not from here," is wearing what I like to call hoochie mama clothes. You know, when we think about European style, you think of like classic French style, or you think of, you know, like being in Italy, you're on the Amalfi Coast, you're having a limoncello. You're not wearing like a total like cheapo, like hoochie looking outfit. Now, I live in Miami. I see hoochie outfits literally every single day. And I don't care where you live, I don't think that that's a classy look. But you know, you want to have a little bit of that, what I like to call outfit math. And what I mean by outfit math is if you're wearing a skirt, especially if we're over 40, right? We want to make sure that, you know, it's the right length for your legs. If you love your legs and you're 65, 80 years old, awesome, wear a short skirt. But if you're wearing a short skirt, you probably want to have more coverage on your upper body. So that's where a great blazer would come in, or even like a cape or something, just some kind of coverage, or a blouse with longer sleeves. So always do that outfit math. You know, if you're showing cleavage, you don't want to be showing so much leg. If you're showing your legs, then I would cover up a little bit more on top. It's really simple, but it's also going to make you look a little bit more European. It's going to make you just blend in a little bit more and not have you screaming just like overdone and I'm not from here. All right, this one this one you're gonna probably get mad at me about, and I get it. All right, I see this all the time. People are like, okay, I'm going to Europe, I'm going to the Amalfi Coast, so I got this amazing dress that's covered with lemons. Or I'm going to Paris, look at my beret. Don't do that. Like, seriously, don't do that. You 100% look like you're screaming that you are American or Canadian, and definitely not European. And number two, it's like themey. It's like, what are you, going to Disney? Like, it's just too much. Now, I love a little nod to like Italian style when I'm here in Miami, but like doing it there, it just screams too much. So please, if you're thinking like, oh my gosh, now, a little subtle nod is okay, but like you don't want to dress theme parky, you know, like do not wear like your striped top with a beret in Paris. It's just not chic. It's too much. And you actually don't see French women wearing berets, not that often, right? You know, if you're going to Italy and you're wearing this like 1950s with like the scarf on your head and a white pair of sunglasses, that will look fantastic for your Instagram, but for actually going out to dinner with friends or trying to just blend in like a local, it's not the best look. So as someone who likes taking pictures and creating content and sometimes having a moment, sure, maybe you'll pack something like that to get some cute pictures, do like a little mini photo shoot with your friends. I'm here for it. But number one, be safe, because you are going to stick out. And number two, you know, just know that you're doing it more for the gram and not for real life. Now, talking safety, you know I love a good purse, or as my friend Erin calls it, it's the FU purse, right? Where you're wearing, like you can wear an outfit head to toe Amazon, but then you throw on like a Chanel purse and you're like, what are you gonna say? But when you're traveling, this is not the time to be busting out all of your designer goods and having logo head to toe. Number one, again, you are going to stick out. European style most often is very like understated elegance. There's always exceptions to this rule, of course. Like I've spent some time in Milan, and that was a place where I noticed like, they're a little bit more showy with the labels, right? But generally speaking, European style has that understated elegance. So it's kind of that like classic style, or like old money, you know, understated rich, whatever you want to call it, but not screaming like head to toe labeled. That's just kind of clowny. So what you do want to do instead is, of course, have best quality items of the pieces that you're having. Now, I do tons of Amazon videos here, and I always have pieces from Amazon, H&M, I love Mango, I love Abercrombie. These are not designer stores, right? But I think style is really an inside job. So it doesn't matter how much money you spend on your pieces, but just making sure that you have classic, timeless looking pieces that are well made and that fit your body well. That's what's really key to creating more of that like European looking style. Now, I'm a girl that loves a shoe. I love a shoe. I love a stiletto. I love, you know, a pointy toe. I'm all here for it. Most of my shoes are like that. But when I go to Europe, guess how many of those shoes I bring? zero. You do not want to bring your stilettos to Europe because number one, you're going to ruin them, and number two, there's a lot of cobblestones and then you're going to be hobbling all over the place. Carrie Bradshaw might have made that look cute when she was hobbling along in the meatpacking district on those cobblestones, but in reality, it's not a smart idea. Again, you're putting yourself at risk of falling, right? Because you probably or maybe will have like a drink or two. Number two, it's uneven, so you don't want to risk like ruining your whole trip by having like a broken bone, but also God forbid if something happens, you don't have stability to move and be safe. So it's just not a good idea. And most importantly, you're definitely going to stand out like, hey, there's that American over there. So instead, what I suggest that you do are wear flat shoes that are super comfortable. Again, this is where that slide comes in. I love a slide. Slides are easy, they're chic, but it kind of just gives you that element of like nonchalance, right? Maybe you have loafers that you like, just some cute flats, or if you're a person like me who does like and kind of needs a little bit of extra height, for reference, I'm only 5'1.5", we'll call me 5'2", but I do like block-heeled sandals. I have lots of block-heeled sandals because number one, they're just more stable, they're more comfortable, but again, you can wear them on cobblestones, and I have many times, and you will just feel more comfortable. It's not a high heel, so you have a comfort level, so you will have a little bit more of that chicness and a little bit more of that look of being more put together with just a little bit of a heel, but a block heel. It's just going to give you much more of that safety, stability, and just make you look a little bit more chic. So before we continue on, I just want to say thank you so much for being here. I love our community that we are building here on YouTube. It just really means the world to me, and I would love it if you haven't, check right now and see if you're subscribed. I have people that tell me I watch your videos every week and they didn't even realize that they weren't subscribed. So just click on that subscribe button. It's totally free to do so. Make sure you press on that bell so that you're notified every single time I have a new video that goes live. And if you like this video, just smash on that thumbs up. It really helps YouTube know that you like content like this and you like my channel. Okay, this is my last one, and I'm gonna tell you, if you're wearing those like outdoorsy, like ugly, backpacking sandals, you're definitely gonna scream like, I'm not from here. Don't do that. Just please don't make that mistake. It's just not a good look. And I just think that there's so many other options that are just easily available for you. So don't think that those like orthopedic looking kind of like made for hiking sandals are your best bet, but there are so many other options that are out there that are comfortable, supportive, and especially if like you're in Europe and you're gonna be sightseeing, you're gonna be walking around a lot, you do wanna wear a comfortable shoe. Now, I personally love my Tiki sandals. They're not a flip-flop because it's like a double strap flat sandal. So it just gives me that like naked look, and especially as someone that's shorter, it just gives the illusion of more height, and it makes the shoe kind of like disappear, so it doesn't cut off my ankle or cut off my leg or my foot, and I really like that. And if you're gonna wear a sneaker, this is a great time. Europeans wear sneakers all over the place. There's like no rules when it comes to sneakers. The only thing I would say is just don't have labels screaming all over the place. But I would say for sure like a Converse, nice white, like a Vejas, or like just a plain white sneaker. So you can get these at any price range. Some people say Golden Goose. I actually think if you're wearing Golden Goose, it does look a little bit more American, just my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of Golden Goose, just to be honest, but if you love them, that's great, and you could totally wear those. So that's like a more comfortable looking shoe, especially on a day that you're gonna be on your feet, you're gonna be sightseeing, you need comfy shoes, then those are better options. So a white sneaker, something chic, something simple, something minimal, a flat sandal, or even some kind of a flat shoe, but please avoid the orthopedic hiking shoes. Yuck. And let's just talk about how we look. American style, especially, obviously I'm American, we tend to kind of really go for it when it comes to like our hair and our makeup and our nails. And while that's great, I do think that from someone who's spent, a considerable amount of time in Europe, that's just not really the look in most places in Europe. You're really going to look like, if you're contoured and like have a full beat on, it just really looks like, hey, I'm American. Not that there's anything wrong with being American, of course not, but again, we want to blend in. So I would say this is a time to go a little bit more natural with your hair and with your makeup. Like when it's summer and I'm in Italy, I don't pack a blow dryer. I think I do have a European one, but I don't really use it. The only thing I will do, this is a good hot tip for you, is I'll bring Velcro rollers just to have the front of my hair to have a little bit more of that like kind of feeling of a blowout, but I won't, and then I'll just let it air dry with the Velcro Velcro roller, and then I'll take it out. My hair looks absolutely fine. So I'll let the rest of it just air dry and be kind of wavy or however it is, beachy looking. But we don't want to overdo it. And the same goes with your makeup, especially in the summertime. You don't want like a full coverage foundation on and like, you know, contoured and bronzed to death. You know, keep it really simple. Cover up any imperfections, maybe a little bit of bronzy if you want, a little blush, a lip gloss, and, you know, curl your lashes with mascara and you're good to go. And that's for like a night out. During the day, generally speaking, I'm like a little chapstick, maybe curl the lashes just to open my eyes a little bit, and that's it. So blending in is really key here. And this is also a good time for you to just enjoy yourself. You know, have the time that you're spending be time with your friends, your family, you know, enjoying yourself, not spending an hour in the bathroom getting ready. Ooh, this is a good one. And this is not just in Europe. This is like a pet peeve. This is just a thing I have, but maybe you have it too. And if you do, let me know in the comments. Please don't be the person that's wearing the t-shirt of where you are in that place. You scream tourist. It's so bad. You know, like when I lived in New York, people would be walking around with like a I love New York t-shirt on. I'm like, really? Like, I love New York too, but I'm not gonna wear that shirt here today. I mean, I think if you actually live there, like maybe if you've been there, they say in New York, if you live there for over 10 years, then you're considered an actual New Yorker. Like, if you're an actual New Yorker, you can kind of do whatever you want. But generally speaking, don't do that. Don't be the girl walking around with like Roma or like a Paris sweatshirt in Paris. It just screams tourist. I get it. Sometimes you're like, I'm freezing, or like your kid spilled something on you and you need to buy a shirt, or it's like a pinch. Obviously, that's different, but don't wear the shirt of the place that you are in that place. It just screams tourist and it's just not chic. And the last one is really kind of just a generality. It's like, just don't look sloppy. You know, style in Europe, you know, I go to the same tiny little town in southern Italy every single year, and really there's not much to do. I mean, there's like, you can go to the beach, you can go to the restaurant to eat, you can like hang out in the piazza, and the local people, they pretty much eat at home and then they'll go hang out in the piazza, right? And so these people, they get dressed up to literally go and sit down and just do nothing but hang out, have conversations, spend some time with their family, their friends, maybe listen to some music if there's music playing. But it's like they get decked out, and it's not in that overdone way, but they will literally like put on a nice dress as though they were like going out to dinner or something. It's literally to go sit down and just hang out with your friends. So you want to just up your elegance a little bit, you know, wear clothes that fit you, that flatter you, you know, don't have rips and holes and stains, don't look sloppy. And I really don't think any woman that really watches this channel is doing that, but you know, just up your elegance a little bit, you know, like in Miami, walk around in activewear all the time. In Europe, never. Mai una volta will I walk around in Italy wearing like, you know, a Lululemon outfit. I just don't do it unless I'm actually actively exercising in that moment. And then when I'm done, I go home and I change. So, you know, just up your elegance a little bit, wear clothes that fit you, that flatter, and just are just a little notch up, and you will blend in more. So that's what I have for you today. I hope that you found this fun. I am going to Italy again this summer, so if you want me to do a packing video and really letting you know exactly what I'm bringing for my 3 weeks in Europe, let me know in the comments down below, and I absolutely will. You are amazing, you are beautiful, you are stylish, you are chic, and you are meant to be seen and heard at any age and any stage of life. Mwah. I love you so much, and if you want to keep hanging with me here on YouTube, make sure to check out this video next, and I'll see you there.